The story starts with a man named Santi, in whose life everything was running upside down. His married life was on the verge of breaking, and his wife was going to divorce him. After this, Santi reached his work also late, due to which his boss Roman, giving him his leftover salary, fired him from the job. Not only this, before leaving, Santi, enduring insult, had to clean the bathrooms too. Overall, he had become completely frustrated with his life. One day, Santi was going somewhere in his car. Then, on the way, his gas finished. He somehow reached the gas station, where he met his friend Pedro. Santi told him that his divorce is going to happen with his wife, Maite. Later, when he met the lawyer, then the lawyer made it clear that after the divorce, the property of those two will be divided half and half. Maite wanted the divorce as soon as possible, but the lawyer told that in this whole legal process, some months' time will still be taken. While coming out from there, a woman selling lottery tickets called out to Santi. Santi, also in fun, bought a ticket and, keeping it in his cigarette pack, left from there. In the evening, Santi reached his college's union party, where he met his old friends Pedro and Marcos. Right there, he saw Maite laughing with a rich man named Mario. Maite told him that Mario is the owner of that supermarket where she works. Seeing this, Santi felt quite jealous, and he went to his friends from there. At night, when Santi came home, then he threw that cigarette pack in the trash because he had forgotten about the lottery ticket. Next morning, when Santi was bathing, listening to the radio, just then he heard the news of the lottery. He immediately remembered his ticket, and he like crazy started looking for the cigarette pack in the trash can. Finally, he found the ticket, and he danced with joy because he had won 25 million euros. Santi immediately called Maite on the phone, but she did not pick up the phone. Santi himself reached to meet Maite, but seeing the sight there, his senses flew away. He saw that Maite and Mario were quite close, due to which he felt that they are romancing, whereas actually, Maite had refused to kiss Mario. After this, Santi reached the bank to take his winning amount, but there he got so nervous that he ran away from inside. The bank manager Damien came following behind him up to his car. Santi, taking the car left from there, but looking back, saw then Damien was already sitting inside the car. Damien advised him to use the money correctly. During lunch, when Damien asked the condition of his family, then Santi told that his divorce is going to happen. Damien warned him that if before the divorce this news comes out, then he will have to give half the amount to Maite. Therefore, it is better only that he keeps this matter hidden from everyone. Santi at first did not want to lie, but when he saw Maite with Mario again, then he decided to hide this secret. A few days later, Santi reached to meet Mario because Mario had given him a job offer. A little argument happened between them, but in the end, Santi got the job of stocking goods. Now Santi bought expensive clothes and a watch for himself with the lottery money. He, coming home, hid all that stuff and started dancing happily. But just then, suddenly, Maite came home. Santi, in a panic, tried to hide his new stuff, but Maite got suspicious that he is doing some mess. In the evening, Santi went to a luxurious 5-star hotel for dinner, where his eyes fell on an extremely beautiful girl named Christina. Both looked at each other and smiled. Next morning, when Santi's eyes opened, then he had become quite late for work. He reached the supermarket in a panic and apologized to his co-worker Tanya for the delay. When Maite interrogated him about the night, just then, Mario, coming there, started scolding Santi badly, but Maite, intervening, handled the matter. Next day, Santi met a surfer named Álex, because now he wanted to learn to do surfing. For the next few days, Santi sweated profusely on the waves of the ocean and improved quite a lot in surfing. One night, Pedro and Marcos called him on the phone. Then Santi told them about his new hobby. His friends felt that due to the shock of the divorce, Santi's mind has gone crazy, and he in depression is talking nonsense things, because in their eyes, surfing was only a game of the rich. They called Santi to meet, but upon his refusal, they were greatly surprised. Next day, Santi, along with the bank manager Damien, reached to buy his old boss, Roman's luxurious ship. Roman's whistle was lost. He could not believe at all that whom he had fired from the job, that same person is buying his ship today. Santi not only bought that ship, but taking his old revenge, made Roman only clean his bathrooms. Later, when Damien and Santi were planning some more shopping, just then suddenly Pedro and Marcos came from the front. Seeing expensive and shining clothes on Santi's body, they were surprised. But Santi, telling a lie, avoided the matter that he has got all this because of a new job. Pedro and Marcos taunted him that he is now forgetting them, and they both went away from there in anger. After that, Santi and Damien, eating a full meal from outside, reached Santi's home. Stepping inside, only Santi saw that Maite's parents, Laura and Miguel, were already present for dinner. Santi sat with them at the dining table, but because of already eating a heavy meal with Damien, swallowing even one bite was becoming heavy for him. The result was this, that his stomach got upset, and he immediately ran towards the bathroom. Meanwhile, Laura asked Maite about their married life. Then Maite, hiding the matter, said that everything is running absolutely fine. When Santi returned from the bathroom, then Miguel's observant eyes fixed on the expensive watch tied on Santi's Santi's wrist. Santi panicked badly, and out of the fear of getting caught, he immediately lied that this watch is fake and extremely cheap. Miguel liked that watch so much that he asked Santi to bring exactly one such watch for him too. Meanwhile, Santi's phone started ringing continuously, but he ignored it. When Maite forced him to pick up the phone, then Santi's patience broke, and he in a panic told in front of Maite's parents that they both are taking a divorce. After coming out from there, Santi saw that his bosom friends Pedro and Marco sitting in a bar were drinking alcohol. Later, when Santi was sitting alone with his expensive gadgets in a splendid hotel room, then he felt a strange emptiness. Despite having millions of rupees, there was no one to join in his happiness. Then Santi called Damien on the phone and explained a secret plan to him so that he could change his friend's luck. Next day, when Pedro, as always, was engaged in work at the gas station, just then an extremely beautiful woman came to him and praised his looks profusely. A short while later, Pedro, going crazy with joy, told Marcos that he has got a very big offer of modeling. Just then, Santi reached there and silently went and sat in a corner, but Marcos and Pedro pulled him near them. They, with great enthusiasm, told Santi about Pedro's golden opportunity of modeling, but there was no special surprise on Santi's face because this whole game was his own creation. Later, when Marcos reached his home, then he was engaged alone in the care of both his small children. Just then, his wife Lorena gave him a shocking good news that some distant relative of his has left land and property worth millions for them. After this, from the conversation that happened between Damien and Santi, it becomes clear that behind the suddenly changed luck of all these, Santi's hand only was there. When they both were spending time in the golf course, just then, their eyes fell on Mario. Damien, showing Mario's real face to Santi, told that he is only doing a show of taking a loan from the bank, whereas in reality, he has made full preparation to sell the supermarket. He was going to snatch everyone's job, but outside, he was pretending to become a sympathizer in front of everyone. Meanwhile, Mario's eyes fell on Santi, and he burst on him that, what is he doing here, leaving his duty? There in the supermarket, Tanya wanted to know the truth of the market closing from Maite, but Maite avoided it, calling it just a rumor. Santi tried to tell Maite about Mario's conspiracy, but just then, Mario reaching there instigated Maite that he has seen Santi playing golf. Hearing this, Maite got very much angry that in the middle of the house's tightness, Santi is enjoying golf outside like the rich. As soon as Santi came out of the supermarket sadly, Marcos and Pedro came there taking a shining sports car. They, taking Santi with them, set out on a fast ride. Seeing this sight, Santi became very sad because he had helped Marcos with money so that he can improve his house. But Marcos, forgetting his responsibilities, was blowing a lot of money. When Santi wanted to interrupt Marcos to stop the useless expenditure, then Marcos got badly provoked and said clearly that this is his choice's money, and he will blow it by his choice only. Santi's patience finally broke, and he angrily told the truth that this precious car has actually come because of his money only, but those two did not believe this thing at all. Just then, suddenly, the control of the car slipped from Marcos's hands, and becoming out of control, it fell straight from the hill down into the deep ocean. Seeing death in front of his own eyes, Santi screamed loudly, and he opened the secret of his winning the lottery in front of everyone. Well, luck was good that, in a short while, those three, somehow swimming, came back safe to the shore. Next morning, when Mario's phone call came to Maite, then seeing that Santi again felt very jealous. To put Maite down, Santi also, without thinking anything, immediately called Christina on the phone. That night, Maite went on a date with Mario, and Santi went out with Christina. But the truth was this, that the mind of both of them was not engaging at all in their respective dates. When they both returned home at the same time, then to make each other jealous, they did a false show of being very happy with their new partner. Next day, Mario, calling Maite, kept a meeting in the supermarket and made this bitter announcement in front of everyone that the market is now going to close forever. He very cleverly told this lie in front of everyone that he tried a lot to save the store, but no way was left. Hearing this news, Maite completely broke because her job was now in danger. Seeing Maite's sad face, Santi's heart melted, and to lessen her sorrow, he convinced her to go out on dinner. When Maite returned back home, then she saw that Santi had cleaned the whole house absolutely sparkling, and along with it, kept her favorite delicious food also prepared. While talking, Santi, getting emotional, said that he still is not believing that they both are truly taking a divorce. Hearing this, Maite's heart also melted, and she realized her mistakes. Both apologized to each other from the heart, and finally the old love between them woke up again. In this atmosphere of happiness, only Santi, gathering courage, told Maite the truth of his winning the lottery of millions. But Maite did not believe his words even a bit. She felt that Santi is joking even on this serious occasion, and she, angrily stomping her feet when outside. Then Santi took her to the garage's shed and showed all those precious things kept there, which he had bought hiding from the world until now. Maite was shocked seeing all this, and when she asked the reason for hiding this secret for so many days, then Santi, somehow twisting the words, convinced her. After this, Santi and Marcos reached their friend Pedro's modeling show to encourage him, but the people present there completely rejected Pedro and made fun of him. Pedro broke badly from this defeat. The limit was reached when Marcos and Pedro broke the whole pot of their failure on Santi's head and put the blame of ruining their lives on him. Poor Santi was left stunned thinking this, that despite doing everyone's good, how he became a sinner in everyone's eyes. Next day, Santi called the bank manager Damien on the phone, settled all his accounts, and broke ties with him forever. There, Maite's friend Lauren started instigating her that she should file a legal case on Santi so that she can get half the amount of the lottery. But as soon as Maite checked her bank account, the ground slipped from under her feet. Santi, without any legal pressure, had himself deposited half the money in her account beforehand. Just then, the last papers of divorce came in Maite's hands, but she had gotten this firm realization from inside that she still loves Santi that much only today. At that same time, she got the news that the closed supermarket is going to open again. When Maite reached there, then her partner Tanya told her a shocking thing that some unknown rich person has bought the entire supermarket itself, whose simple meaning was this, that now the job of any employee working there will not go. Maite immediately went to Mario to share her happiness, but just then Mario's black truth came in front of her that he only was that traitor who was secretly hatching a conspiracy to sell this store. At that same time, the bank manager Damien reached there, and he announced in front of everyone that Mario is fired from the job due to his dishonesty. What Damien said next surprised everyone. The new director of the supermarket from now will be Maite herself. Maite's happiness had no bounds, and she set out to search for Santi like crazy. Santi at that time was standing at the airport to leave the city and go somewhere far. Maite, searching for him, reached up to there. After a lot of hard work, finally Maite's eyes fell on Santi. As soon as Maite reached near, she planted a hard slap on Santi and shouted in anger, "Where were you going, leaving me, dog?" After this, Santi hugged her, and both of them kissed each other. In this way, their old bitterness ended, and they started living a new and happy life with their wealth of millions.